Hey guys, hope you're doing well. It's another exciting day on planet Earth. Glen Campbell's Honey Come Back. Uh-oh. This is a gift request of Kyle Perkins. I see a title like that, and I'm like, I know I'm in for a sad one. And Kyle KP made a gift, so thank you for the gift, Kyle. And he said he heard Glen sing part of this song on part 3 of the 50 Years in Photograph special that I've been reacting to. That was the one that Renee Mooberry had made the gift for and wanted me to react to the whole song. So that's what we're doing. I suspected that that would happen, that some folks would see some of these artists that maybe they hadn't seen in a while or hear part of a song or a whole song on this one or the documentary that Fun Ronnie has me doing. And so my suspicions are so far proven correct. All right, guys. Honey Come Back, courtesy of Kyle K.P. Perkins out in Beaver, Utah. And I'm drinking my coffee out of the mug you sent me. I don't know this song.
Well, honey, I know I've said it too many times before. I said I'd never say it again. I guess I shouldn't say anything at all, since you're supposed to belong to him.
Oh.
But I just can't let you go without telling you just how much I love you. So that is why I'm gonna say it one more time. Honey, come back, I just can't stand each lonely day's a little bit longer than the last time I held you. Seems like 100 years ago. Back to his arms and never know the joy of love that used to taste like honey. Come back where you belong to only me.
We don't have the backstory here. I'm getting a little bit of a possible vibe of Sugarland's song Stay. Like, is it possible that he's the other dude, you know? I don't think so. I think this is just straight up song where they divorced or broke up and now she's with this other guy. But we don't know enough of the backstory yet to preclude that as an interpretation.
Well, I guess that's about all I gotta say. So I'm just gonna take my bags and I'm gonna walk. I know those bright lights are calling you, honey. Big fine cars with fancy talk. But if you ever want somebody to just love you, and someday you just may, well, just give me a call. You know where I am. And here's what I'll say. Honey, come back, I just can't stand each lonely day's a little bit longer than the last time I held you. Seems like 100 years ago. Back to his arms and never know the joy of love that used to taste like honey. Come back where you belong to only me.
Only me.
Honey, come back where you belong to only me. Honey, come back where you belong to only me.
So simple. Like conceptually. This had shades of He Stopped Loving Her Today, in the sense that he's like, I'll be waiting. You know, if you call me one day, I'll say one thing, honey, come back. So he's just waiting. He's still loving her. Yeah, that usually changes the initial pain makes you think you'll be that way, but then the human condition, if you will, the human dynamic, the desire to be with somebody generally gets filled by someone else. Not always. Sometimes people just decide, like he stopped loving her today, I'm not going to be with anybody else. Relationships are a lot of work. And the more relationships you have that don't work, you begin to question yourself. You begin to question, is it better just to stay on my own? All this stuff. And I know this from life coaching and just from life. You don't have to be a life coach to know this stuff. You don't have to be a therapist to know this stuff. You can just observe. And so he'll probably get with somebody, but not necessarily. If your heart was so broken that you just don't recover, you might say, yeah, I get something for being in a relationship, but I'm giving up a whole bunch, including risk. The discomfort I have from the risk that it might blow up like the past one did is not worth it. Not worth living in that concern or that fear. And it might just be, he's a one woman in one lifetime man. He met her. It didn't work out. And he's like, I'm done unless I have her back. So the human psyche is a funny thing. We like to turn it into some formulaic exercise, but nothing in life is a one-size-fits-all. Yeah, Kyle, this is one of those songs you're like, oh, God, dude, I feel bad. You feel bad for him, and the lyrics are so simple. Honey, come back. Half the lyrics he talked, but honey, come back. And we're going to do this one in the form of a conversation. If you're not conversation, but I'm just going to tell you this. So he's going to talk it instead of sing it to make it more personal. And you're like, yeah, it worked. It worked. So his voice is silky smooth too. And, you're just right there with him in it. Like I don't know, we like our Hollywood endings, we just do. We want them, maybe she'll come back, but they broke up. Didn't get the backstory. She just left and he's heartbroken. Pretty simple country storyline. That's a rock storyline too. That's just a human storyline. All right, I'm going to rate this song. And this came out at a time when the big bands, not big bands, but like orchestra was a big part of country music. You could just hear it. They're violins. Those aren't fiddles being played. Those are violins being played in the back. And you could just feel the wafting along. The number that popped into my head on this one was an 8.7. Simple. I felt it. I could relate to parts of it. But I just want the guy to get happy. So that's it. All right. KP out in Beaver, Utah. Thank you, my friend. I'm wearing my Minnesota hat. Jason Halverson, who has since passed, he sent me this years ago. And you're kind of up there in a similar neck of the woods, Minnesota, Utah, and all that. So thank you again, my friend. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.
Honey, come back, I just can't stand each lonely day's a little bit longer.